everyone, author Brendalyn here, and today we will be discussing an important decision you'll have to make as an author. How will you be publishing your first book? The traditional or the self-publishing way? Today, I'll be providing 3 pros as well as 3 cons so that you can make the best choice. First off, whether you have your book ready, your first draft, or today you decide to become an author, congratulations! You have accomplished a beautiful step in your author journey. As I mentioned today, we will be talking about the 2 different routes to publish your book. I will try my best to help you make the right choice for you on choosing which path to take as your publishing route, the traditional or the self-publishing path. When people think of an author, they typically think of a large publishing company that takes manuscripts and publishes them, and they eventually become books in the market. This route would be traditional publishing. Traditional publishing is when an author works with a publishing company and they in turn publish, print, and distribute their books to bookstores and sellers. Here are 3 pros of traditional publishing. Number 1, great distribution. Number 2, a professional and well-established team. Number 3, no upfront costs. Traditional publishing has great distribution. Publishers have bookstores and other sellers that they work with. If you have a contract with them and you decide to traditionally publish your books will have many ways and different avenues to get distributed, which honestly is pretty awesome. If you're thinking of getting your book out there and you really like the idea of a mass distribution, traditional publishing could be something you can consider. Next is a professional and well-established team. You know that if you're working with a publisher, that their team of recruiters, program managers, editors, illustrators are pretty professional. They are skilled, talented, and most of all, credible. Bottom line, these people know exactly what they're doing. If you're looking for a team of experts that can give you advice and share their experiences with you, then probably having a professional team from a publishing company would be best for you. Thirdly, no upfront cost. Yes, it's not free. There is some cost to it, but in the end, the publishing company pays a lot of costs, especially when it comes to the publishing process of your book. Those 3 being said, there are some cons to traditional publishing. 1, no creative control. 2, a slow publishing process. 3, low royalties. Traditional publishers have guidelines to follow and deadlines to meet. When it comes to publishing your book, you may not have a lot of creative control. Since you're working with a group of professionals, you do not call all the shots, and you have to follow the process too. Yes, you can discuss what you would like with your program manager concerning your book, but in the end, you do not have full control. This is similar to the previous point. Since you're working with a group of people, the process might be slower. Everyone has their own responsibilities, and in order to let your book be published the proper way, there is a procedure. So it is known that in traditional publishing, things are slower when it comes to the publishing process. With this route, there are lower royalties. Royalties are a sum that authors get for each sold copy of their book. Since the publishing company is covering a lot of cost for the publishing process as well as distribution, you still will get royalties, but they won't be as high. Okay, on to self-publishing. Self-publishing is when an author decides to publish their work or book independently, which means there is no involvement of a publisher. Now, here are 3 pros of self-publishing. 1, absolute creative control on content. 2, higher royalties. 3, time and management control. When it comes to creative control and you are the illustrator of your book, then you have this settled. But if you're like me and you are looking for an illustrator, you need to find a talented yet suitable freelancer that can have your vision. Personally, I have used Fiverr and Upwork to find illustrators for my book. When you're self-publishing, choosing an illustrator is up to you. You are picking the best person who can depict your vision for your book. In the end, your decision counts. Don't feel that you have to settle. Make sure that whoever you pick is having the same vision for your book. In the end, it is your book and your independent journey. When you are self-publishing, you get higher royalties. Since you are not working with a publisher, you don't have a publisher covering publishing costs for you. Therefore, when you're working with a company that prints on demand like KDP, like I am, then you have higher royalties for the books you sell. Lastly, time and management control. It's your journey. You are calling the shots. You are scheduling all the things you need to do for your author journey. And so, time is in your control and management is in your control. It can fit if you're having a second job or you are pursuing another career. You get to manage your self-publishing journey the way you intend. 1. Finding suitable help. 2. Distribution to bookstores is a challenge. 3. Marketing becomes an additional responsibility. As much as you have control, you still may have to work with other people as a self-publisher. Your editor that you'll find, your illustrator, and it's important to know exactly what you want for your book. It's great that you're working with other people, but in the end, it's important to follow your gut and not settle. If you do, it will show when you get your book and you're not as excited for it. And it's not that fun to have regrets later. So make sure that whatever you have as a vision for your book is what you stick to. In the end, it's your book. Print-on-demand companies have pretty good distribution, but when it comes to getting your books into bookstores or libraries, then it becomes a task you must figure out on your own. I feel that libraries and bookstores are looking for new books, but it may be a little difficult for you to do that as a self-publisher. Don't worry. All you need to do is try. Share your book with them. Let them know that you are a self-publisher. Give them a copy. Ask them to buy one so that they can get it at their bookstore or their library. You'll never know. It might work. When it comes to promoting your book, making ads and posts is all your responsibility. You have to find the appropriate channels and best ways to get your book out there. And it may take some trial and error, but it is not impossible. When you're starting off, you may want to put some money aside so that people can review your book and do other things for your book to get out there. But I found that it's very helpful to actually talk with other authors because there are so many authors out there who are willing to do exchanges with you and support you. For me, on the other hand, I have a author support project where I support you with your book and I share your book on my platforms so that others may know about it. All we need to do is a book exchange and we are contributing to the amazing author community by supporting each other and engaging in one another's journey. I hope these pros and cons for both publishing routes were helpful for you. If you liked this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and while you're at it, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any new videos that will be coming up. If you feel that this video will be helpful for someone else, please feel free to share it with them. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them. So feel free to share in the comments and I'll write back to you. Before I end this video, I would love to give a shout out to the amazing authors I got to work with this month. Here are the author spotlights of January 2021. If you would love to take part of this author support program, feel free to sign up below so that you can be an author spotlight too. Well, that's all for today. Wishing you all the best on your author journey. God bless, and see you in the next video.